Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Classical High School. Live here on YouTube. Something's got to give here today. Went Classical 2-0. Everett is 3-0 as Jamal Thornton gets Classical off and running with a three-point basket. Coming right back, Steven Cordiero gets the deuce. Man to man by Everett. A little too much shake and bake and dribbling by Classical. Now Avery gets loose, can't hit the shot. Thornton comes up with the rebound. Underhand layup, he was falling away from the basket, went under the defense and laid it in. Jamal Thornton is 1. Jaden Gonzalez is 11. The 3 ties it up. Three is Marquise Latali and Avery, the coach's son. Going to the basket, the underhand layup. Again, under the defense, laid it in. Avery looking for a conventional three-point play. Brings it home. 11 is John Winexant. 3 is Steven Cordiero. Strong to the basket, laying it in is Javens Lewis. 31 is Kevin Ruiz. 21 is Edwin Francois. So, back and forth we go. Tied at 5, now tied at 8. Both making threes, both making conventional threes. DeWeave trying to get loose. Three-point shot, up and good. They got Gonzalez loose for a 3. And Classical's back on top by 3. Looks like Classical's in a 2-3 zone. They try to go cross court, picked off. They give it off to Thornton for the layup. Nice job. And we got a timeout. Angel Garcia Figueroa caught that. That's a tough pass trying to go cross court. He picked it, went in, drew the defense, dropped it down for Thornton for the layup. And Classical has run 5 in a row to take a 13-8 lead. Classical coming off 2 wins, 1 in overtime against Revere. They had a hold on against Medford. They were leading by double digits in the third period. They were leading by double digits in both games in the third period. 1 in overtime at Revere and held on. For a 7-point win, hitting a couple of free throws down the stretch. And it was thanks to Angel Garcia Figueroa, the big guy inside. He got 18 and a dozen rebounds, but the big thing was he got 10 of those 18 in the fourth period to stem the tide that Medford trying to come back. Nurieni Muhammad wearing number 14 in the game for Everett. And he's bringing it up against that 2-3 zone. He almost stole that pass. Had a second chance at it. Down the lane, the runner, no good. Tip, no good. Garcia with the rebound. Thornton has it knocked away. And Thornton caught it in the backcourt. They thought it was tipped by Everett, but Thornton touched it before it went in the backcourt. That created the backcourt violation. Everett gets it back. Almost thrown away by Thornton. James Monixon in the game for Everett. Lost it, gets it back, they dump it inside. Blocked by Garcia. He does it at both ends. Gonzalez got bumped, looking for a three-point play. He threw it over his shoulder, high off the glass it went. It's a 7-0 run. And now Avery with the rebound. Everett in a drought. Halfway through this first period. Thornton shot, no good. Everett kicks it out. Looking to run, McClaskill slows him down. Down the lane, won't go, but is it a shooting foul or a foul on the drive? He gets 2. So Nurieni Mohammed at the line for 2. I'm kind of torn twixt between. I've been doing classical sports for 40 years, a little bit over. But I've been doing Everett football on their cable station for over 20. So it's almost like I can't lose here today. They missed them both. Garcia was falling out of bounds, lost his balance, was going to lose it out of bounds. Instead, he bounced it out. He bounced it out off my next chance. Everett goes full court pressure. And they get a steal, and now Classical steals it back. Behind the back, dribbling again. They leave it for Thornton. Takes the straightaway 3 and knocks it down. He's got 10 of the 18, and it's a 10-0 run by Classical. Shot no good. Tyler Wilson, who just came in, gives it to Gonzalez. Lost it on the floor, saved it to Thornton. Shot no good. Garcia does a great job tipping it to himself. Off the rim, no good. And got knocked out by Nathan Morel Reyes. And coming in the ball game is Darren Omarigi for Classical. Marvin Avery is the head coach for Classical. You can probably hear him. You know he's here as soon as you walk in the gym and the game starts. Long three-point bomb, no good. Off the hands of Garcia. Shot no good. Down court, they had the right idea, but Javens Lewis picked off the pass, and now we're going to get a timeout called by Classical. So it's been a while since Everett has scored. They were played dead even. Both teams had a 3. Both teams had a conventional 3. We were tied at 5. We were tied at 8. And since then, Classical has scored all the points. A 10-0 run. It's 18-8 in favor of the Rams, looking for their 3rd straight win. Everett looking to go 4-0. And the virus has already taken effect. Somerville has shut down. Chelsea had to shut down for a while. They may be coming back. So the virus doing some damage, and all the different rules you look over. The bench, individual seats spread vastly apart. No jump ball to start the game. Whoever wins the toss gets the ball at half court. Nothing gets taken out of bounds under the basket unless it's after a basket. Everything is on the side. And the big thing, I'm virtually by myself here in the gym. No fans whatsoever. Classical just got it in bounds. Gonzalez looking for a pick, trying to go. Avery gets a pick. Tough shot by Avery. Took 2 long strides. He got stuck. Looked like he might be going to pass the ball. Instead, he got stuck and had to throw the ball up. David D'Souza, wearing number 2, is in the game for Everett as they go deep to their bench. Ralph Aneo with the basketball also in. They go inside, spinning, laying it in. Edwin Francois. That ends a very long drought. Avery outside looking for a pick. Tip knocked away. Avery strong to the basket. Little delay shot. Let the defense go by. Hit it off the glass. Shot clock is off here in the first period. Classic at a 20-point period. 3-point shot. That's the second by John Wanaxon. Steps called against Classical. Everett will have a chance to get a last-second shot off. 6 seconds. 6.3 to be exact. Left in this first period. Derek Omarigi in the game. They better hurry up and get it up. There's a question whether he beat the buzzer or not. It didn't make a difference. It didn't go in. So we were tied at 5. We were tied at 8. Classical went on a 10-0 run to get a 10-point lead. And then the second 3-point basket by John Manaxant has got Everett back to within 7. So it's 20-13. Classical. Of those 20 points, Jaden Thornton has half of them. He has 10 with 2 3-point baskets. Marquise L'Italian Avery, the coach's son, has 5. And Gonzalez has 5. John Manaxant with his 2 3-point baskets has 6 for Everett. So we'll start the second 8 minutes. Everett will have the basketball. Kevin Ruiz will inbound it to David D'Souza, and we'll be underway. Tipped and knocked away, and then tipped to Gonzalez. Knocked away by Everett. Jason Felipe Gutierrez, who just came in, goes out. Thornton and Avery are back. With Derek Omarigi, because there's two of them. Thornton and Gonzalez. And Garcia Figueroa. Avery in and out. Tipped around into the hands of Ruiz. And Io brings it up. Pass picked off by Gonzalez. Good heads up. And everybody there. It winds up with Avery knocking it in. Gonzalez gave it up to Thornton. He gave it back. They missed a layup. But there was only white shirts down court. Jump ball, it should be Classville's basketball. They clear out to let Gonzalez bring it up. They knocked it away. Gonzalez got it back. From dead in the corner, Thornton just let that go. Everett comes away with it, and then hustling back is Avery to knock it away from a nail out of bounds. Figueroa with another rebound. Comes out of the pack, dribbling it. Finally gives it up to Avery. Gonzalez looking to go to the basket. Underhand layup, no good. Follow, no good. Tipped up. Reyes comes away with it. Kick out to Thornton. Shot clock winding down. I don't know if they know it. They beat the buzzer. Shot, no good. Everett comes away with it. We're going to blocking foul. That'll be against Avery. Nobody in foul trouble. Classville's committed 3. Everett's committed 1. Darren Omarigi comes in. From dead in the corner, off the rim, no good. Thornton and Avery fight for it. They lost it and winds up with Avery knocking it out of bounds. Gonzalez and Derek Omarigi is back in the game quickly, and when they come in, Classville takes a timeout. 5:44 left. Now the timeout wasn't Classville. The timeout was official's timeout. Official had a problem, I guess, with his whistle or his equipment. He had to go to his bag. So it wasn't a timeout. It was an official timeout. Everett will get the ball out of bounds. As I mentioned before, everything is out on the side. Long three-point bomb, in and out. Omarigi yanked it away from Everett. Gonzalez outside. Shot clock winding down. Gonzalez gets away. Lost it again. And they get it up court. Wide open for the layup. Monaxer gets the basket. Gonzalez maybe a little too much shake and bake. Lost it on the floor. And then try to save it. Behind the back. Gonzalez behind the back pass to Angel Garcia Figueroa, who bangs it home. Powers it in against the defense, looking for a three-point play. Gonzalez with the behind the back pass. He can give Classical a 10-point lead back if he completes this conventional three-point play. And he does. 25-15. Closing in on the halfway mark of this second period. Long three-point bomb, no good. Reyes came away with the rebound. Gonzalez strong to the basket. Again, leaned in to draw the contact, threw it over his shoulder. He gets the basket. And looking for a conventional three. So he brings it home. An 8-2 run. Has got the lead up to 13. Again, Everett having trouble getting going. Nice rebound. Long lead pass to Gonzalez. He gave up the layup and tried to spin it going to the left side. Everett almost lost it out of bounds. Swatted away. Javins Lewis had a clear lane to the basket until he ran into Angel Garcia Figueroa, who just said, "Not in my house." He just slapped it away. One basket by Everett. We played just over half of this period. Tipped. They try to pass it inside, deflected away. Right to Gonzalez, another turnover. Shot. Three-point basket by Tyler Wilson. And Everett wants a timeout. So as happened in the first period, after that 8-8 tie, Everett went errands. They couldn't get a point. As Classical put 10 on the board. And now they come out. We've played 4.5 minutes into the second period. Everett only has one basket. An 11-2 run by Classical has built up a 16-point lead. It's actually Classical's first step into the Greater Boston League. But a few years ago, the Greater Boston League folded and stepped into the Northeastern Conference. So Classical has played Everett, Malden, Medford, Somerville. Revere back then was in the GBL before they stepped into the Northeastern Conference. They are now stepped out and gone back to the GBL. So English and Classical, the two Northeastern Conference teams, to join the GBL. Revere already did it. They finished out their banking it in. I don't think he called Glass for Ruiz, but he'll take it. Revere finished up their season. Gonzalez was lucky. He gave it away dribbling again, but he got hit and they called a foul. And Classical will get the ball back. So Chelsea is also coming into the GBL League. There's rumor that Cambridge might come back. And Eastern Classical will not be playing. Swampscott, Marblehead. Little turnaround hook. It went alley-oop to Figueroa. He had to catch it. Dribbled it to the lane through the hook. Off the rim, no good. Tipped up and out. They're calling it off Classical. Tipped away. They lose it, but they get it back. Strong drive to the basket by Javens Lewis. And that's going to be goaltending. Thornton got the layup. It was there. It was going down. And Everett reached up and knocked it away. Steven Cordiero brings it up. He's back in the game. Everett trying to find a solution to their offense. They can't get anything going. They were lucky to get that pass across. They go inside. Double team, they take it away. And steps called. Derek Omarigi just took it away from Lewis. But then three Classical players got together and they call traveling against Classical. Everett gets it back. That 2-3 zone really bothering Everett. They kick it out, they don't take the shot. They kick it back to the corner for three. Up and good. Third trifecta by John Manaxant. Left-handed hook doesn't go. Body's on the floor. They saved it. Thornton shot, no good. Garcia Figueroa tried to tip it off Everett. It bounces loose. Everett finally comes away with it. Lewis, strong to the basket, lays it in. And that 16-point lead is down to 11. Closing in on a minute left in this half. Trying to reach over the top. Nevins, Amazon. Whacked. Garcia Figueroa. Nobody's close to shooting free throws. Everett has one to waste. Classical has three to waste. Inside to Garcia. Can't get it to go. They kick it out. Thornton didn't take the shot. Tipped and knocked away by Amazon. 30 seconds and counting left. And Thornton's going to pick up the contact. Only the fourth foul. Classical can almost run the clock out. In fact, now I thought after the foul they were still going to have 24 seconds, but they get a new 30 seconds and there's only 28 left. So Everett can take the last shot if they choose. It's been a game of runs for Classical. Game tied at 8. They ran 10 in a row to take the 10-point lead. They've been leading ever since. It was 7 at the end of 1. They came out, went on an 11-2 run to get it up to 16. A 9-4 run by Everett has got it back to 11, and they have the ball with a chance to take the last shot if they choose. 2 undefeated teams, Classical 2-0, Everett 3-0. English on the road today. They were supposed to play Somerville, but Somerville had to cancel because of the virus. I don't know if they'll make that up, if Somerville will even come back, or will they just wrap it up? It's not a 20-game season like it normally is. There's no state championship. There is playoffs at the end of the season, league playoffs. If there's any teams left in the league by the end of the... Looks like Everett is going to look to take the last shot. Classical now looks like they're going man to man. Tough shot, couldn't get it to go. Everett tips it away, walking in and laying it in. So Classical has a chance to score. On action's got 13 points. He gets 7 in the second period. So they were down 16 points, Everett. They cut it to 9. Classical went on that 10-0 run to start to get their lead, kept it, and then it went to 7. The 11-2 run by Classical got it up to 16 points. And now Everett goes on an 11-4 run to end the half to get it under double digits at 35-26. Thornton has 12 to lead Classical. Jaden Gonzalez and Marquise L'Italian Avery have 8 and 7 respectfully. So after getting 20 in the first period, they get 15 in the second. Everett gets 13. So Everett lost 2, but actually they gained a few at the end because they were down 16 at one point in the period. Javins Lewis has 7, and John Monexant has 13. 7 of those coming in that little run when they got back in it. He made that last steal to get the last basket to cut it to 9. And they don't take a lot of time. It's like 2 minutes. Halftime. You can't go to the locker room. Officials can't go to the locker room. So you have just about 2 minutes to settle down, get ready to get back into action. Coaches get 2 minutes to pick out what they want to improve on in the second half. So both of Classical's run got them up into double digits. The last run by Everett gets it 1 digit under at 9 points at halftime, 35-26. As we're just about set to start the second half. Again, it's totally different. Being played now is here in the city of Lynn. We're doing this as well on Channel 15 while we do it live on YouTube. It's hockey and soccer and football. These teams won't get involved in soccer and football until this season is over. And then the Catholic Central League and the Commonwealth League will get into softball and baseball. Everett will have the basketball. Lewis puts it in play to Cordillero. Classical back in that 2-3 zone. They went man-to-man at the last possession. They kick it out looking for that three-point shot. They go cross-court to the corner. They make the three-point shot. Lewis in double digits. He's got 10. And all of a sudden that 16-point lead is 6. Avery down the lane almost lost it. They tip it no good. They tip it away from three-point basket by Gonzalez. They tipped it away from Figueroa. Avery from the floor got it to Derek Omarigi, but he couldn't handle it. Another three-point basket from the corner by Lewis. He's got 2 in a row. And the lead is back to 6. So the last 2 possessions, they've matched threes. They win in, they go to Angel Garcia. We got a foul against Everett. They had him stuck in the corner, and they had him in a tough spot, but they reached in to try and get the basketball instead of just keeping the pressure on. And they wound up fouling him. Tyler Wilson puts it in play, and there's another bump. That one, I could have called that one. As soon as Angel Garcia caught it, he got slammed into it by Amazon. He picked up 2 quick fouls, including his third, and we'll try it again. Avery goes by the basket over his head and lays it in. Classical's got 2 in double digits. Gonzalez and Thornton. Avery's not far behind with 9. Strong drive to the basket by Monaxon. He laid it up, didn't get it up quite high enough. Slid off the rim, but he's going to get 2 at the line. Monaxon makes the first. Takes them both. Long three-point bomb around the rim and out. And now they pressured Cordillero and he dribbled it out of bounds. Gonzalez shot no good. We got a foul against Classical. Off the rim, no good. Figueroa comes away with the rebound. Strong move to the basket by Figueroa. Going left, spun when he got to the lane. He spun to his right and laid it in. Spinning move by Everett, goes off the rim and out. Thornton looking for a pick. Stops. From dead in the corner. Shot no good. Long rebound to Everett. Cordiero pushes it up. They telegraphed that pass and they were lucky to get it back. And now we got a foul against Figueroa. Gonzalez and Thornton both thought they picked that pass off and were going in alone. Mark Stanton saved it. He made the first. Missed that one. Long rebound to Thornton. Gets it back from Wilson. And Gonzalez brings it up. Gonzalez, a little too much one-on-one. Dribbling, trying to beat everybody, go to the basket. Wound up going to the floor and turn the ball over. Another low-scoring period. Everett, another low-scoring period for Classical. We're halfway through and counting. He almost picked it off, and Avery tried to pick off the pass. He reached in and got a piece of a nail. Avery picks up his third foul. From dead in the corner, three-point basket. His fourth. Manaxon gets the lead down to 4. We mentioned Classical in their first game had to go overtime against Revere. They had a big lead in the third period against Medford. And now we're going to get a foul against Everett. They had a big lead against Medford, had to hold on. Now they had a big lead here, 16 points. Cut to 9 at halftime, and now it's cut to 4 as we played 4.5 minutes. Classical only has 7 points, 3 baskets. Everett only has 3 baskets, but they're all threes to go along with a couple of free throws. Gonzalez again. He was lucky to get that pass back. He got stuck going to the basket. Avery, tricky dribble, trying to go behind his back. He did a nice move getting by the defense. Figueroa picks up the foul. Avery made a nice move going down the lane, got loose, and then tried to go behind his back. And it got picked off. I thought they called a foul against Classical. But I guess they called a travel against Everett. Gonzalez again kicks it out to Avery. Blocked inside nicely. Very nice play by Francois. That one doesn't hit anything. They lob it up, can't hit the shot. They went up top. Strong to the basket. Lewis went right at Garcia Figueroa. And all of a sudden, that 16-point lead is 2. A 14-7 run by the Crimson Tide. And they're back within 2. And Classical, with 2:25 left in this third period, only has 7 points in the period. So again, Classical letting big leads slip away. They did it in Revere, had a win in overtime. They did it here at home and held off Medford, winning by 7 after being up 15. And now, after being up 16 in the third period, they're up 2 with 2:25 left in this third period. Classical has turned the ball over a few times. Everett has hit 3 big three-pointers in this period. Everett goes full court pressure. He'll let Gonzalez bring it up. Avery. Tipped away, stolen away. Everett was looking for a foul. They don't get one. And now Figueroa, a little too much mustard. He went airborne, caught the pass, tried to hit Gonzalez for the easy layup. And a little too much mustard. It went off Gonzalez out of bounds. And Lewis, I think, was trying to looking for a three-point play. He was more interested in gaining contact, looking for a three-point play, than making the layup. And he threw it hard off the glass. Then he was looking for a call for a foul and didn't get it. Tipped away. Nice defense by Reyes. And now we got a foul against Classical. Against Everett, excuse me. Amazon has to come out. He picked up his 4th foul. Team fouls are 4 apiece. Gonzalez again. Again, he's going to get a break. You know, a lot of just one-on-one. He ran into a pile and he picks up a foul. Second foul on Francois. Avery with it. Inside. They double, triple team. They throw it to the corner, partially blocked. Figueroa gets it back. No basket. There's going to be a foul on the floor against Everett. And that's going to be it for Everett for the rest of this game. Classical will be shooting 1-on-1. Classical still has 2 to waste. Inside, Figueroa looking to go to the basket. Tough shot. He gets it to go. Looked like he lost it, got it back, and he laid it in. I should say he powered it in. Took the shot, missed it. Figueroa comes away with the rebound. Final minute and counting. Figueroa trying to go to the basket. Gonzalez takes the shot. Off the rim, no good. Gonzalez knocked it loose, but Everett gets it back. It looked like it hit an action as it was going out of bounds, but they call it off Classical. 18 seconds left. Everett can hold for one, or they can go right away. Off the rim, no good. Stolen away. And we got a foul. Outstanding effort. Kevin Ruiz didn't give up. They lost the rebound. He just stole it away from Thornton, and then Thornton fouled him for his third. 2 shots at the line. Missed the first. 1.5 seconds left. Missed that one too. That'll do it. So Everett only gets 14 points in the period. Classical only got 9. So that 9-point lead dwindles down to 4. It was 2. It's now 4. 44-40. Thanks to Lewis, Javens Lewis and John Van Axton. Lewis got 8 in the period. Van Axton got 6. They scored all 14 points. Together they have 34 of the 40. Nobody else has more than a basket. And that's only 3 players with 1 basket apiece. For Classical, Thornton has 12. He got 10 of those in the first period. Avery has 9. He got 7 of those in the first half. Gonzalez has 11. He got 8 of those in the first half. As he only got 9 points, Figueroa came alive a little bit. He's got 9. He got 4 of them in the third period. So we have 8 minutes of basketball left to decide who stays undefeated. Because Everett is 3-0 and Classical is 2-0. And it's a big part if and when they have the playoffs at the end of the year. The number 1 team is the number 1 seed and gets home court through the playoffs. Getting set. Everett will have the basketball. 11 is John Van Axton. 1 is Ralph Anayo. 21 is Edwin Francois. 13 is Chavez Lewis. And 31 is Kevin Ruiz. Off the glass, no good. Tip. Gonzalez comes away with it. Behind the back, he gets shut off. Trying to go to the basket. Hustle back and shut him down. So Classical can get on the board first. Avery steps back. His shot is short. And we got a foul against Classical. And now with 7:29 left, both teams will be shooting free throws the rest of the way. Thornton's coming back. Avery's going out. So we go back to Everett. possibly being the first to get on the board. Long three-point bomb, no good. Thornton pushing it up. Bounce pass. I was just going to say, there was a little late whistle. I was going to say he took about 8 steps to go to the basket. I thought they were going to call a foul when they blew the whistle because he didn't blow it right away. Well, no question he traveled. It's Gonzalez, Thornton, Avery, Wilson, and Garcia, Figueroa out there for Classical. He was going to take the shot. He lost the basketball. Gonzalez had Thornton wide open and didn't pass the ball. It got deflected to Thornton and he laid it in. Coming back as an Iowa to get his first basket. The lead is back to 4. Figueroa way outside. I don't think they want him out there. Almost stolen. Avery can't get the shot off. Shot clock winding down. Shot clock goes off. Wilson will go out. Derek Omarizi comes in. Cordero is back in for Everett. 2 minutes into this fourth and final period if we don't go overtime. Cordero, he's dribbling to his right. He looked over, was about to make the pass, and then saw he couldn't make the pass, turned to take the shot, but took too many steps trying to get the shot off. So a slow start for both teams. A basket apiece. And they lose it out of bounds. Cordero bothering Gonzalez. He got it, tried to dribble it, and dribble it out of bounds. Avery is out. Wilson is in. They kick it out for 3. In and out. Garcia, Figueroa had it, lost it. While he was dribbling and bouncing it on the floor, Marvin Avery saw he was in trouble and called a timeout. So Classical holds on to the basketball. That would have been a humongous 3-point shot by Manaxton. It went down and came back out again. 5:26 left in this battle. Classical looked like they were coasting, up by 16 points. They now lead it by 4, and they'll have the basketball with 5:26 left in the game. Classical had a run of 10-0 first period after the score was tied at 8. They went on an 11-2 run to get it up to 16 points in the second period. Everett ended the second period on an 11-4 run to get it back to 9. They went on a 14-7 run in the third period to get the lead to 4. And now they've matched baskets here in this fourth period, so the lead has stayed at 4. Cordiero, Monaxton, Anayo, Lewis, and Francois, the 5 out there for Everett. Avery, Wilson, Thornton, Gonzalez, and Garcia Figueroa out there for Classical. Inside the Garcia Figueroa. Can't get the shot off. Covered very closely. Shot clock is already winding down. Somebody better tell him. Thornton had to throw it up. From the corner, no good. They had 3-on-1. They go up court and it bounced at the ankles of Garcia Figueroa and out of bounds. Everett had 3-on-1 and wound up with a 3-point shot from the corner. Derek Omarigi comes in to replace Garcia Figueroa. Three-point shot around the rim and out. And Omarigi had it and rolled down his arm and out of bounds. So a very slow start to this fourth period, 2-2. Here in the bottom of the second inning. 46-42. Classical holding on. 2-3 zone. Everett trying to get that 3-point shooter. They kick it out. Down the lane, it doesn't go, but we're going to get a foul against Omarigi. And Everett can squeeze into this lead with the clock stopped. Just shy of halfway. 4:07 left. Missed the first. They missed some big free throws. That foul actually was on Thornton, and that was his fourth. I thought they called it on Omarigi, but they called it on Thornton. So Lewis makes a free throw. That breaks the 2-2 tie here in the fourth period. Gonzalez looking to go again. He fell on the floor, and they get a break because Everett kicked it away. They would have had a 2-on-1. And again, Gonzalez, a little too much shake and bake. That's about the third or fourth time he's gone to the floor. Avery wound up, almost lost it. Tip, knocked away. Save, what a great play. They missed a shot. They missed another one. We got a jump ball. It'll be Classical's basketball. Boy, Classical got a break there. They had the break. They missed 3 layups. So it's still a 1-possession game. 3-point lead for Classical. 3.5 and counting left. Thornton outside with his 4 fouls. They're holding it out, running the clock. Shot clock winding down. Thornton around the rim and out. That went down and came back out again. That would have been a very big basket. They go underneath, and they pick up the foul. Amazon came very close to having a chance to tie this game up. Nice pass by Cordiero to Amazon, who was wide open underneath. Makes the first. Classville still only, with 2:40 left, Classville still has only one basket in this fourth period. Everett only has one basket and 2 free throws. Shot is missed. They almost got their own rebound. Avery pushing it up. Drew the contact. He went coast to coast. So Everett is back where they've been before. Within 2. Avery gets big free throws here. He's got 10 points. He got 7 of them in the first half. He makes them both. So it's back to a 4-point game. We got a foul against Garcia Figueroa, and Everett can eat into this 4-point deficit with the clock stopped. Amazon strong to the basket. He got an edge and used it. Missed the first. They've missed a few. He makes one. Back to a 3-point lead. Everett looks like they're in a zone now. Gonzalez in trouble. Lucky to get that pass off. Thornton's shot got partially blocked. Wilson kept it alive. And we got a foul against Everett in the rebounding action. Gonzalez was lucky to get that pass off. Angel Garcia Figueroa. Big free throws. Nothing but net. Missed that one. So with 2 minutes and counting left, it's a 4-point cushion. Cordiero faked everybody and then threw it in. The lead is back to 2. He didn't mean to blow the whistle, the official, and call the foul. So he just said, take the ball out of bounds. Classical throws it away. Everett with a chance to get back in it. Classical holding on. They got 5 points, 1 basket in this fourth period with a minute and a half left. Off the rim, no good. Garcia Figueroa with a big rebound. Every possession important now. Gonzalez looking for a pick. Marvin Avery didn't like what he saw. He called a timeout. So 1:15 left. We were tied at 5. We were tied at 8. Classical went on a 10-0 run. They've been leading ever since. They got the lead up to 16 in that second period. Everett cut it to 9. And then Everett cut it to 2. And it's been 4 a couple of times. And they've had an opportunity to take the lead. And they haven't come up. And Classical hasn't either. I mean, Everett only has 7 points in the period, 2 baskets. And they're only down 2 because Classical only has 5 points. 1 basket. The 1 basket by Thornton on the fast break. They've turned the ball over. Everett hasn't taken advantage of those turnovers. Everett has missed quite a few free throws, especially in the second half and in this fourth period. 1:13 left as they break the huddles. Cordero and Gonzalez having a little pushing match. Stolen away by Cordero. He missed a shot, but Gonzalez made the foul. They were pushing and shoving at the last minute. Gonzalez kind of cleared and pushed them away, and Cordero stepped in front and said, "I'll just pick off the pass and go to the basket." Gonzalez had to foul him. Big free throws here for Everett. Brings home the first one. Everett as close as they've been in a very long time. Throw out the tie. We could have our third tie of the game if he brings this home. And he does. (49-49) with a minute and counting left. Thornton no good. Everett had the rebound. And it went off Thornton's leg. So for the first time since it was 8-8, Everett has a chance to take the lead with 51 seconds left. And for the third straight game, Classical sees a lead shrink, and they're trying to hold on. We got our third tie in the ball game. If Classical fouls, Everett gets 2 at the line. From the corner, 3-point basket. Classical takes a timeout. John Manaxton, his 5th trifecta. He's got 22 points. .32 seconds left. Classical is down 3. They're only down 3, and they have 14 points in the second half. Five here in the fourth period with only 1 basket. Everett with 12 here in the fourth period has taken the lead after being down 9. 1-1 for Gonzalez. Knocks it down. He can get Classical within a point. And he does. Classical's got 5 free throws. And we got a grab. And we didn't get a grab. We got a timeout by Everett. Everett can just about run the clock out. 21 seconds on the shot clock. 22.9 on the game clock. So if Everett chooses to just run the clock down, Classical would have to foul and Everett would get 2 at the line. So it's a 1-point game. I think if you told Everett you're going to hold Classical to virtually 16 points in the second half with 22 seconds left, he could be saying we're breezing to 4-0 and we're romping. Instead, they got a 1-point lead because they haven't actually set the offense on fire either. Now the thing is, Classical, they may have to foul if they get the ball in bounds. They can't really let them run the clock out. Gonzalez picks up the foul. Aneo will get big free throws for Everett. 17 seconds left. He gets 2 at the line because it's a penalty situation. In and out. Classical has a pulse. Just got a little stronger with that missed free throw. Everett's going to shake their heads if they don't win this one. They'll be looking back at the free throw line. Missed them both. Gonzalez got knocked to the floor. Everett got knocked to the floor. Gonzalez looked like he fell on top of the ball, recovering the fumble. They gave Classical a timeout. Classical gets a timeout. Their pulse just got a little stronger. (52-51). 15.5 seconds, so they don't really have to hurry. Everett can't foul because if they do, Classical will get 2 at the line. And Everett is certainly going to look back and say, free throws, they've missed a bundle. Especially those 2 big ones right here. Cordero made those 2 big free throws to give him the lead. But now, Everett trying to hold on. Classical now trying to make a comeback after leading by 16 in the second period. Still up 9 at halftime. Old Mr. Momentum is wearing red and black. Gonzalez went to the floor, lost it. Avery saved it. 3-point shot, no good. Gonzalez with the rebound. Lost it. Everett got it back. The buzzer sounds, and Everett's going to win the ball game. Wilson got the 3-point shot, missed it. They tipped it. They're about to call an intentional foul against Classical. But Everett comes all the way back. Classical, 3 times in a row, they try to give away big leads. And the third time was a charm because they gave it away. They got one basket in the fourth period. 7 points, 5 free throws. Glasgow's going to lose for the first time. They're going to go to 2-1. Everett's going to go to 4-0. And a heartbreaking loss for the Rams, but a gutsy win by Everett. They could have folded a couple of times. They missed an awful lot of free throws in that last period. For Lynn Classical, Marquise L'Italian Avery had 11. Jaden Gonzalez had 13. Jaden Thornton had 14. On the other side, Chavez Lewis had 16. John Manaxton had 22. And Cordiero had 6, but he had those 2 mammoth free throws to win it. The only other scores for Glasgow was Wilson had a 3-point basket in the second period. And Garcia Figueroa, who played very well defensively and offensively, he had 10, so he had 4 in double digits. The only other scores for Everett, Francois had 2, Anayo had 2, Ruiz had 2, and Amazon had a couple of big free throws in that fourth period. But missed free throws were the story for Everett. Glasgow had that 10-0 run to grab the lead. They went in. They saw Everett cut it to 7. They had an 11-2 run to make it 16. Everett cut it to 9 at halftime. Everett went on a 14-7 run to cut it to 2, 42-40. It wound up 44-40 at the end of 3. And then Glasgow just couldn't score. They had 1 basket and 5 free throws. So in the second half, they only scored 16 points in the second half, and they lose by a point. Everett gets it done. So the ride back to Everett for the Crimson Tide will be a happy one. They eke out their 4th win of the season by a point, 52-51 over Glasgow here at Glasgow High School. Everett will go to 4-0. Glasgow will drop to 2-1. So we hope you enjoyed it. I'm John Hoffman saying we'll see you next time.